And Brooklyn with possession here. Taken away. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And Virginia Beach with possession. Now Mitchell. Pass to Howard. There's the three. Fires in the triple.
Loading up to stop Mitchell can lead to big breakdowns defensively.
Here's Morrison. This one for three. O'Neal pulls it in. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Love the activity from Embiid, just doing whatever he can to keep plays alive, getting rewarded for it there.
With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block. Here's George. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Pass to Howard. Here's Morrison. Lets the three fly. And another miss by Virginia Beach. 1:44 left in the first. Irving for three. Harrington with the rebound. Three-pointer. O'Neal pulls it in. And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Here's Robertson. And the 17-footer goes down.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Here's Morrison. And he can't jam it through.
We love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Pass to Harrington. Now Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, Mitchell. Brooklyn pulls it in. Irving for three. Nails it from 3.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Here's Mitchell. It doesn't go for him. Gets it off. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Brooklyn out in front, up 5. And we'll bring it. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Williams in the post. Outside Brunson. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Outside Edwards. Over Williams. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
And here's Sabonis outside. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Have to admire the confidence right there. Sabonis feeling like he can knock down these shots whenever he wants.
Offensive rebound.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Morrison's shot is good.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Brunson surveys. Ooh, Brunson throws it down.
How about Brunson showing his burst to the rim? Speed and vertical on display.
Pass to Ingram. Ball right side. To win the run. And Ball throws it down.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
1:49 left in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Sabonis with it. And Sabonis slams it in.
Using that momentum as a launching pad, Sabonis showing some athleticism with the finish.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Ball. The kick out to Edwards. Edwards driving. Oh, Sabonis with a block.
Nice defense there from Sabonis, getting his timing just right to come up with the block.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That'll be a second foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control. These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Virginia Beach shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And Williams drops them both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Here's Edwards. Got a hand on it. And he's able to get it back. And here's Ingram outside. Morrison with a rebound. And Virginia Beach with possession. They're on a 16-4 run. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Shoots. Grown man points from Donovan Mitchell.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Virginia Beach making a change here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. On the wing, Mitchell. He gets it up. And so it's Virginia Beach closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back in a moment. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Robertson. And he drives in. It's deflected. And they get it back. Knocks it down from distance. Harrington's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Pass to Morrison. Here's Harrington. 6 to shoot. Here's Morrison. And that's off the glass and in. Morrison's got 5 now.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
And it's Irving missing.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Robertson. Down low. There's the triple. Brooklyn pulls it in. An MVP in this league, Richard, Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, B.A. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
On the wing, Mitchell. Releases. The rebound by Duncan. Brooklyn trails by 7. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. He's got 10.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Virginia Beach calls timeout. .156 left in the third quarter. Outside Brunson. The rebound by Duncan. Brooklyn with the ball. Trailing by 5. Here's Edwards. It's good! Edwards! What strength!
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
And George with the jam.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Pass to Sabonis. They can't stop the run with that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Duncan. Brunson defending. And here's George. Here's Duncan. Yet to see a basket. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
15.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Back to George. 5 on the clock. Pass to Gilmore. On the take. And he dunks it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Outside Brunson. It's tipped. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Brooklyn out in front, up 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Here's Pippen. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Oh, they've done a lot of damage in transition. Every time they see a chance to push the tempo, they're gone.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Harrington. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
And here's Irving. Williams defending. Left side Irving. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. Outside, Williams. Spins. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. Both teams will make substitutions. And here's Mitchell. Mitchell to the rack. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Here's Thomas. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's Robertson. And another miss by Virginia Beach. Brooklyn leading by 3. Irving for 3. That one no good. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Got a piece of it. Thomas outside. Back to Embiid. Oh, Embiid with the flush.
Defense looks hopeless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And it's Mitchell, the miss.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Here's Irving. Rebounded by Virginia Beach. Going inside.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
He's not going to let this game get away from them. He's going to get to the bucket and get them points.
Irving for 3. No good there.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Pass to Harrington. Here's Robertson. To tie it up. Buries it from 3. Robertson's got 5 points now this quarter.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
It's Thomas on the wing. Back to Embiid. Clock at 6. Here's Irving. And he sinks it.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Here's Robertson with the drive. That one is off. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. And now we've got an intentional foul. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Harrington. It falls! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
And Virginia Beach with possession. Here's Robertson to the inside. Howard. Money!
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a three-point game. Virginia Beach calls timeout. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick two and then foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
Substitutions on the court.
There's 6 seconds left in the fourth. And now they foul and stop the clock. So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That'd pretty much do it.
So we see Brooklyn get the win here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to...
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Irving for three. And the rebound goes to Honolulu. And here is Howard from 12 feet out. That one doesn't drop. Shaq with it. Now Smith defending. And O'Neal gets it to go.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Irving from long range. It's hauled in by Smith.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Not easy to wrap up Howard, one of the strongest players in the league.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. It's stolen by Smith. Worthy with a clean look. A three-pointer, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
This guy is an absolute scorer from anywhere on the floor. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work in the mid-range.
Here's Worthy. Honolulu, no good that time either.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell. You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Buries it from three-point range.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Shaq. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Here's White. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Brooklyn with the ball. 6-point lead.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Outside, White. Screen by Howard. Shoots over Shaq. Howard can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 8. George with the ball. And Worthy picks him up defensively. It's taken away by Smith. Honolulu passing it around. Howard can't hit.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Irving with a clean look. Knocks down the three ball. Irving's got a couple of threes now in the first for Brooklyn. Worthy from outside. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for Honolulu. Trailing here by 8. Kept alive. Right side, White. And stolen by Irving. And Shaq with the slam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Irving. And Irving throws it down.
Excellent anticipation from Shaq. He's in the right place at the right time to grab that one and get the break started.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ginobili outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, and you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Here's Ingram. And so it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Here's Ball, following the score by James Worthy. From past the arc, and it's LaMelo Ball with the three. Ball's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Brooklyn leading by 9. Inside, Duncan. And it's White with the rebound. It's Ginobili on the wing. Back to Smith.
Brooklyn foul. Harvest Gilmore. First personal foul. First team foul.
It's Ginobili outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Very reliable. Ginobili solid from deep.
Ball no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected and great timing on the contest.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Ingram with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Left side, Edwards. Out to Ingram. Pass the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gilmore. Hits the front of the rim and out. Honolulu trails by 7. Knocked away. It's stolen by Edwards. And it's sent back by White.
That's anticipation on the defensive end by Derek White. Send it back, young sir.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 1:28 left here in the second. Pass to Howard. Back to White. Screen by Howard. The high post shot. White, good. White's got 4 this quarter.
To me, this is when Derek White is at his most dangerous. When the jumper is falling, it opens up the other aspects of his game.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
From down in the low post, it goes. And that's now 7 points for Manu Ginobili.
And the touch from Ginobili, so clever and confident on the interior.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Howard wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 5. Edwards looking it over. Fades away. They get it back. Launches a 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's White. And again, it's Honolulu converting.
It is great watching Derek White knock down shots.
Here's Edwards. Edwards with the powerful flush.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. It's his first trip to the line.
Third team foul.
First one falls for him.
One of the most feared, versatile scorers at that forward position. Big game James always seems to make the most out of any situation.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Brooklyn leads by 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Honolulu trails by 3. Here's Castle. And it's all evened up. Castle's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Honolulu.
Something Castle continues to work on. It's crucial that he becomes more consistent from deep.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Robertson with it. Now defended by Embiid. Kemp's shot is off.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Goes back up. Kemp with the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Adams. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Here's Castle. Paul George making his last shot. 90 seconds now into the second half. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Back to George. For 3, Pippen drills the three-pointer. And now an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
Practically automatic shot there by Pippen. He knows he just needs the ball, and he is good to go.
They get it back. Adams wide open. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Brooklyn timeout call.
.156 left to play in the third. Brooklyn leading by 6. Thomas goes in, and Thomas with the stuff.
And this is how unselfish Pippen can be, wanting to find his teammate.
Here's Robertson, and it's good off the back rim and in. Robertson's got his first points of the game. It's Edwards on the wing. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Honolulu shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Here's Adams. Nice D from Duncan.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Gilmore. Out to Edwards. Duncan left side. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Kemp. Finished off the break.
Well, Steven Adams' anticipation creates the steal. Nicely done.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Here's Kemp. Here's Adams. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket. Adams has got 4 points in the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Brooklyn ahead, up 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Brooklyn leading by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a dunk and what a move.
Ginobili left side. Outside Worthy. Releases. And again, it's Honolulu converting.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Here's George. To the middle. Here's O'Neal.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. Shaq capable of bringing down the entire basket.
Here's Howard. Rebound, Brooklyn. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Brooklyn.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just slicing his way inside. No doubt on the finish.
Out to Smith. Pass to Ginobili. Clock at 6. Fires for 3. Julius Erving comes up with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 12. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Smith outside. 1:56 left to play here in the 4th. And that one, good. Brooklyn with the ball. 9-point game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Smith. Worthy with it. George picks him up. Offensive rebound. Howard can't hit. And on the way from Irving for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Worthy. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on George. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. He hits both from the stripe. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Pass to Shaq. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Tries again. Rebounded by Manu Ginobili.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
O'Neal with it, and it's Howard picking him up. Irving from long range. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And Shaq with the slam.
And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team counts on him to rack up points.
Irving for 3. Drills it from outside. And Brooklyn leads by 12.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Pass to George for the 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the...
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Wasting no time getting points on the scoreboard in this one.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. To the middle. Outside Mitchell. O'Neal pulls it in. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Sweet looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And the finish by Irving.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And Brooklyn with possession here after the basket by Albuquerque on the other end. Irving looking around. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Mitchell. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
Here's O'Neal. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Here's Davis on the take. O'Neal pulls it in.
You try to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Albuquerque making a switch here. Cuts off the pass. Here's Duncan. There's a minute 47 left in the first quarter. Ewing, no good. Three-pointer, Embiid. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No one near him. And it's Ewing with a rebound.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Mitchell misses. Irving for three. And Embiid throws it down.
And how about that reach of Embiid, using those long arms to just gobble up second chance opportunities?
Mitchell's shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. On offense, here's Albuquerque, trailing by 2.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he banks in the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the game.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Anunoby, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play. Here's Irving. Got a hand on it. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Albuquerque out in front. They lead by 3. After this break. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what we've seen from Albuquerque so far, what's your take?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Williamson outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Williamson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
Oh, the slam from Leonard. Love watching him finish with force. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
Number 23.
And here's Albuquerque now. Williamson, right side. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Brooklyn trails by 8. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now Curry. Yet to see a basket. Oh, Williamson throws it down.
And giving them what they want. The incredible dunking ability of Zion on full display.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
Curry creates inside.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Here's Duncan. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Albuquerque leading by 10. Curry with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Williamson outside. Thomas with the defensive effort. That's tipped. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Sinks the tray.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Pass to Williamson. Curry surveys. And he gets the bucket.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Outside Edwards. Thomas outside. Up top ball. Beyond the arc. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Lets it fly. Anunoby can't get it to go.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
And looking at Edwards, the offensive skills he has are impressive. Now he must focus on improving his defense.
Albuquerque making a switch here.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The 3 from Mitchell. Yes, sir! Mitchell from long range.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And so it's Albuquerque earning this break in the action, up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Albuquerque. 10-point lead. Pass to Anunoby. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. Here's Pippen. And here's Embiid. Stolen by Mitchell. Here's Duncan. Rebounded by Pippen. Brooklyn trails by 12. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go.
Pass to Roy. Driving inside. Good. Roy's got his first basket.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Albuquerque leading by 9. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Boy, can't get it to go. Got a piece of it. And he's going for the lob. Outside Anunoby. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Duncan. Oh, blocked by Ingram. Here's Pippen. Oh, big finish. Wow.
Okay, I see you. Nice pass by Embiid, smartly taking advantage of a wide open man.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Takes the 3. Second shot opportunity. Here's Roy. Corner shot. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. There's a minute 59 left in the third. Irving for 3. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. From deep, Reeves. He buries it from 3. Reeves has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam.
Leonard looking over the floor.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Brooklyn trails by 7. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. To the inside. Duncan. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Out to the right wing. Here's Roy. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. And now it's a 12-point Albuquerque lead.
You can tell Leonard sees the whole floor, allowing him to set guys up well.
Here's Edwards. Tipped. Here's Duncan. He's got 5. Albuquerque shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
Shooting for the away team, Tim Duncan.
It's both from the stripe.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Here's Edwards. Get up, Anthony Edwards.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Here's Reeves. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot off that time. And so it's Albuquerque going into the break up 12. building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Brooklyn trails by 12.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Irving for 3. That shot off. Albuquerque leading by 12. Here's Roy. Wagner, right side. 6 to shoot. Here's Curry. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Checking in for the away team. Tim Duncan. OG and
Ball outside. Pass to Embiid. Back to Ball. O'Neal on the wing. Inside. And Ball throws it down.
LaMelo on the attack. He can do damage from anywhere, but they love to see him get to the rim.
And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
team second.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Irving. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
At the line for your home team.
Both free throws good from Irving. Albuquerque leading by 8. Here's Roy. Pass to Duncan. Here's Roy. Here's Anunoby. Thomas defends. Anunoby on the take. Great D that time from Irving. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. And here comes the break.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
On the wing, Irving. There's the steal. Here's Davis. Pass to Duncan. The rebound by Embiid. Brooklyn trails by 10. Irving for 3. They get it again. It's Thomas on the wing. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Albuquerque. They've led by as many as 14. Down low. Outside for Mitchell. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Anunoby. Fires the 3. And again, it's Albuquerque from deep.
3.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And that's a foolish pass, plain and simple.
Albuquerque leading by 16. Takes a 3. And that one's good. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's got 6 in the quarter.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul.